Hey guys, TrepChains here on the Diablo Immortal Beta, checking out the legacy of the Horadrim. When you are playing Diablo Immortal, you'll start seeing these keys called Aspirant Keys. What do you even do with them? That's what we're going to have a look at here. So, once you hit level 49 in Diablo Immortal, the legacy of the Horadrim quest will pop up, as we can see here on the left. Listen to a mysterious voice. And we get these memories from Iben Fahd. You can see here a circle of Horadrim holding these vessels. Meet where 4 wolves wet their paws. Okay then. Let's have a look for the voice. It's right here near the fountain in the center of Westmarch. So, talk to Falig. We are going to admire the beautiful fountain. Except, what about the light? It's an illusion. Fountain is gleaming. Okay, we're going to inspect the fountain. And now we have to follow the voice of Iben Fahd. I'm going to do that now. Following the memory through Westmarch. Up towards the top side of the Palace Courtyard. Top corner, in fact. This statue. And this is how we unlock the legacy of the Horadrim and start to be able to use our Aspirant Keys. Once you've completed the quest line, you can enter Iben Fahd Sanctum anytime using the statue at this top corner of Westmarch. And then entering into the sanctum. Within the sanctum, the first thing you're going to find is where the Horadrim and vessels are placed. You can click the shrine here to find out where any of the vessels you haven't placed yet come from. For example, in this case, I don't have Iben Fahd's tenacity, and it's from opening chests in this sanctum. There is one currently unavailable, which is Cathan's piety at the moment. You can see here I've collected all others. So for example, Nilf's precision, which gives armor penetration, comes from defeating Ancient Nightmare. Harash's authority, which gives damage, comes from Lassel the Flame-Spun. Guilt of the Nameless, which gives resistance, comes from killing Sandstone Golem. Nortaraja's knowledge, which gives life, comes from killing Bloodrose. Howdison's compassion, which gives armor and armor penetration, comes from your first clear of a challenge rift level 10. Zoltan Kuhl's ingenuity, which gives potency, comes from defeating Hydra. And Jared Kane's vision, which gives armor, comes from defeating Lord Martanus. Click to place a new vessel. And the Horadrim will appear. So each of these vessels provides additional buffs for your character in life, damage, armor penetration, potency, and resistance. As you upgrade the vessels, they will give more and more of their respective properties. The first upgrade is really cheap. You can see here to level Jared Kane's vision, it only cost me 1 initially. But then doubles the armor I'm getting from that vessel. However, then the upgrades increase in cost, and you can see here the next one is 30 of that particular material. So that's great, but where do these materials, these sapphires, garnets, and beryls come from to upgrade these vessels. That's where the Aspirant's keys come in. So if you move further inside the sanctum, you are going to do some fighting and then eventually find some chests. So that's what we're going to do now. Into the sanctum depths we go. You want to collect a bunch of these keys before coming in if you can, because the more keys you have, the further you can get into this. The further rooms you can open, the more chests you can open at the same time through one fight through. You gain the Aspirant's keys via doing things like Battlegrounds, Hilt's Trader, and Keon's Ordeal. You will pick up a couple as you move through this first section, and you can see I'm getting a few Aspirant's keys here as well. So you'll at least have something if you come through, but the more you save up before coming through, generally the better. So we're just going to keep fighting our way through here. It's a pretty long fight initially to the first room, but then it's small fights in each room after that. Okay, so now we're approaching the first of the rooms with chests, and this is where your Aspirant's keys are going to come into play. The first chest here is always free, so you can open that up and you can see you get some of those materials, the sapphire, the beryl, and the garnets that you're going to need to level up your vessels. The remaining chests in this first room cost 1 key to open and will give you a few mats out of each. So we're just going to open up every chest in this room. Once you've opened every chest in a room, an extra passage will open to allow you to go to another room. So in this case, I believe there's up to 4 rooms available if you had enough keys to get there. So we've cleared all of the first 5 chests. So now another door has opened up over this side to go into another room. When we go into this next room, there will still be a few mobs to fight, but it's a much quicker journey between rooms than our original fighting into that first room. Just doing that now. See how it says more chests can be unsealed? Also note that these are now costing 8 keys to open each chest. But you can see they're giving me drops of 9 of the materials out of the chest. So although they're costing more keys, you're actually getting great value out of these ones. We're going to collect all of those materials. Got 2 more chests to open here. Again, the door will not open to the next room unless you've opened every single chest. So we're going to do this here. And now the next door has opened. Running through, again, we'll have some monsters to fight in this next room. Some blue monsters as well in this case. We'll just draw them together with my black hole. And once we've killed all of those monsters, we can open some chests. So, see here, it's 8 keys once again in this room. I'm going to open those up. So this is now the 3rd room. Go. Picking up all these materials. And the final chest in this room gives us another door open. Heading through this last door. See, we've got a couple of elites coming up in this room and a bunch of chests. I'm going to try and fight these elites here. Shouldn't be too difficult. There we go. It says more chests can be opened. However, we'll see how many keys they cost. They cost 56 keys each here in this final room. And I don't have 56 keys left. So this is why you would want to consider saving up your keys to be able to get the most value out of this. And I believe when you open all of the chests, there'll be a final chest here, which should be able to give you that last vessel, Iben Fahd's Tenacity. So you really want to save heaps of keys up to be able to unlock that final vessel. Once you're through the rooms and have opened as many chests as you can return to the natatorium using the appropriate portal. And that's going to bring you back to the shrine where you can use your newly found materials to then upgrade some of the vessels, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to upgrade some of the ones that are still quite cheap, that are just 30 each. That there. Upgrading TrepChains. Most of my others cost 100 each. So I would have to think about it slightly, which I would prefer. I'm probably going to upgrade here Tal Rash's Authority. There. For some more damage. I like damage. And potentially Guilt of the Nameless here as well for a little bit more resistances. There we go. So that's how we use Aspirant's keys to improve our character in Diablo Immortal. To exit here and get back to Westmarch, you can go for a run up this way, or you can just use the little door next to the minimap to leave the Sanctum and head back to Westmarch. I hope this has been helpful for improving your character in Diablo Immortal. Thank you very much for watching, and GG!